Hi there, it's me again, back with another rant. Oh man, okay, so I just got done watching the last video that I posted because I wanted to see where I was at, essentially. Where I was at that point and where I am now. And yeah, we're on the same boat. So it's the beginning of September, and I think today I am going to talk to somebody about jumping back on medication. Which one, I'm not too sure of, but watching that video, how I was feeling and how I feel now, um, it really hasn't changed. In fact, I feel like it's maybe gotten worse. So, yeah, this angle fucking sucks. I just don't know where to put my phone. I'm at a Target parking lot. I have nowhere better to be. So, here, let's try to prop this. This kind of works better. Yeah, I don't know what medication it'll be. I think I'll have to discuss with somebody about the things that have been going on. Lots of just hesitation with work. It's like I have a fear of going into work or like working. I don't know. But it's been very difficult for me to find a stable job, not because of the job, but because of me and I guess my expectations. Um, but I have been mad job hopping since I left my coffee shop job, which I loved so much. But the owner was a piece of shit, and I just it just wasn't working out anymore. So I was there for like over a year. So I know that I can commit to something. But the other thing was I was also on medication when I was working there. So I'm sure maybe there was a special mixture that kind of just worked out. But now I'm not on any medication and I just can't seem to keep a job. And I feel like I'm in the exact same boat that I was in when I first started making these videos, where I would go to interviews and I would just sit in my car and not go in. And I just don't know why I do these things. I don't know. I don't know. Obviously, something is wrong, because it's affecting my well-being. I can't work. It's like I don't want to, and I don't know why. I feel like part of me wants to because I'm going to interviews. I you know committing myself to jobs and not able to keep going, and it's so fucking frustrating. I'm like starting to tear up a little bit. Anyways, so let's see where I had left off was I had found another job that was in Anaheim, and I'm driving all the way from Riverside. This is in California. So that's really fucking far. Um and I just decided, well, actually no. uh After that first day that I didn't go in, I messaged them and I was like, "Hey, I'm sick. Can we reschedule the first day?" And like I said, they were trying so hard to be patient with me. They were like, "Okay, yeah, come in tomorrow." Later that evening, I was like, "You know what? I won't be able to come in that day either." And it just kept going like that for a few days until they were like, "You know what? We're just gonna look for somebody else." And I just didn't even bother to respond because I was like, you're better off. Even though that job sounded really great, and me in another mental state would have thrived, but I took that away from myself. So I was back on the hunt again, right? But this time I was so desperate for work that I started looking for work in Los Angeles, um, even though I live in Riverside, which is 60 miles one way, 65 depending on where, but that's going to LA and LA to Riverside. So that's about 120 miles, 130 miles daily. Um, and I did that for a job. Um, I got hired at this place. They were offering me 22, and I was like, maybe I just need to move back to LA. Maybe I just need to come home. But unfortunately, at my house right now, my parents have a full house. There's no space for me, so I can't move back. So I was like, okay, why don't I just grin and bear it, do these drives, and in that process, I can start looking for other places to live. But I'm in like another world where I just didn't even think about the current rent in LA. And it's like, I have a dog, so it's like that's even harder for me. But like the lowest rent that I could find for like a studio that allows pets and actually has parking, because a lot of places don't have parking in LA. It was going for like 1,700, 1,800 a month, not including utilities, and like you have to pay for a parking structure to $50 a month for your parking structure, and then $20 pet rent on top of that. It comes out to like 2,000 easily. That's monthly. At $22 an hour, that's like, and then they want you to make like 3 times the rent and have like an 800 credit score. So it's like, it's impossible. It's impossible. I was looking for something like a mother-in-law suite or like a guest house or something small that's like $700 a month or like $800 a month is cool with pets. My doggy, she's potter trained and everything. She's an old dog, but it's like unheard of. It's unheard of, and it sucks because it's just like someone like me who all the opportunities are in LA, all the work opportunities are there. I can't live there. I mean, I'm looking in surrounding areas too, but it's the same shit. It's the same situation. Rent is like 1,800, 1,700, 2,000, and I'm just like, this is insane. Well, I'm not going off on a tangent. But that's what I was actively doing. I was like, okay, I'm gonna work at this place. I'm gonna do this drive, and I'm gonna look for work. I'm gonna look for housing. Um, I ended up lasting at that place for like 3 days, maybe, because that drive was killing me. It took me like an hour and a half to get there every morning, and then the drives home, they were like 2 hours. 2 hours plus, maybe like 2 hours 15 minutes, 2 hours 30 minutes, depending on the traffic. It was a fucking nightmare. It was so bad. And unfortunately, I was like, this was like mid-August. I was like, you know what? And that job, I really liked it. I really liked it. It was like a Michelin starred kitchen, like pastry program. So I was super excited because I was like, man, this is a great opportunity to just fucking absorb as much information as I can. Um, but yeah, that drive was just not good for me. I'm sure it was not good for my car. So after 3 days, I was just like, I don't think so. I'm so sorry. It's not the job, it's the drive. It's just really bad. Um, so I was back to square one, right? Back to job searching and looking at all this stuff, and back to the same old, same old. Up until it's like I get lucky with the jobs. It's just me who just fucks everything up for myself. So yeah, I found a cake decorating job that wants to start me probationary period at $20. So there's potential to be paid more, so that intrigues me. Um, And today, technically, sort of, was like kind of like a walk-in day where I'm just supposed to kind of go and just look at it, and no real pressure, not like a work day or anything. But of course, I had to be there at 9. Me at 7 o'clock, I was like, I didn't want to go. What is wrong with me? This is what I'm saying. Like, I'm talking to somebody today about jumping back on something for something, be it anxiety. I think it's mainly anxiety because I don't feel depressed or anything like that. I do get sad because of the choices that I make, but I'm sure if I didn't make those choices, I would be feeling much better. So I definitely feel like it's some sort of anxiety. Um, Someone posted in my last video about, oh no, it wasn't the last video. It was in one of the comments, um, saying something about being bipolar. My boyfriend has self, what is it called, code, I don't know. He's diagnosed me with that, and I'm like, bro, first of all, you're not a fucking doctor. But I guess just based on what he was reading and how I'm acting, this is from an outside perspective, right? So it has some value to me because he's seeing me struggle and go through all this shit on the daily, you know? He has to hear about me not going into a certain job. Or sometimes I just fucking lie about it because I just don't want him to worry or to feel any sort of way. So sometimes I'll just sit in my car for hours and I'll be like, yeah, I went to work today and it was a good day. And I'll just fucking sit 8 hours in my car because I just don't want to tell him. So yeah, something is definitely wrong. I don't want to lose this opportunity with this job that I just got. They're giving me a chance to go in tomorrow. But we'll see what happens. I don't know. And that one's pretty close to me too. Ooh, it's got real dark. And that one's pretty close to me too. So I don't want to lose an opportunity again. And you know what? Thinking about it now, for the actual interview, sorry, there's a car, just weirdo. There was a moment before the actual interview that we were going to have where I wanted to reschedule last second, but I was like, you're not going to do this again. You're not going to fucking do this again. So I actually pushed myself to go to the interview and I got hired on the spot, you know? So yeah, I need something to help me out. Why is it that medication that can fuck with you is less expensive than actually going in to talk to somebody? I don't know. But yeah, I'm going to do some research. I'm going to talk to a doctor or a counselor or something and figure out what I can do medication wise because I'm getting like so tired of myself. I'm getting so tired of not being able to have a stable job. I can't even tell you how many jobs I've had since I left my job at I don't want to say the name, at that coffee shop. It's just been a lot. On a side note, my personal like little business, I've been getting like cake orders and stuff, which has been nice. Like I have one for a wedding, I have two for a birthday, I had a dog cake the other day. So luckily I'm making some sort of income. I mean, granted, it's not a lot. But yeah, I never plug anything on here, but if you ever want to have any like if you have like $5 for like a coffee or whatever, I would greatly appreciate it. No pressure though, it's whatever. It doesn't even, I kind of regret saying that now, but I'll put my Venmo down below. You don't have to, it's fine. I know I probably well, I can't even afford it. I was gonna say I probably would, but I can't. So, anyways, just you can completely disregard that if you want. But yeah, I hope if you're out there and you're struggling that you stick it out and we can both get through this. It's very frustrating having to deal with yourself sometimes because it's just like it's hard to run from that because it's your fucking brain, you know? Um sorry, I'm just like I'm getting frustrated. And I hate that I cry when I'm frustrated. I fucking hate it. Arguments suck because I start crying and it's over. People are just like, "Oh no." And I'm like, "Just ignore it. Just ignore it. I'm not doing it for sympathy, trust me." But we'll get through this one way or another. I think this is hitting me right now because I need this pep talk from somebody, and I don't talk to anybody about these kind of things. So if I can give somebody else a pep talk while I give myself a pep talk, then you know, we'll get through this. We'll power through. Be it talking to somebody or just doing something about it. The struggle is real, but we'll get through it, you know? That's about it.